You know, when you are the rock star that you are, and yes, and when you're filling stadiums all over the world, you're a rock star. Just take it. Just take it.
No!
Take it. Yes. So when you are,
Okay, y'all.
not just rock star, role model, world's most admired woman, when you are that, when you carry all of those titles, does that affect how you then make decisions? Is that now a part of what you think about before you make a decision or have an intention?
I don't know that it's any different today, but I feel like I have I believe that when you are a public figure, I believe that when you have any level of fame, or if you have a platform, I believe, and I always have believed, that I have a responsibility with that platform. And I think about kids. I care a lot about young people. And I know that what we say, what they hear come out of our mouths, all of us, but me in particular, because they're paying attention, that it has a lasting effect. And I am a mother. I'm a mother. I care about kids first. So I think deeply about what kids are hearing me say. So yes, I do. I take that very seriously. And I take the words that I say to children very seriously. You know, when I'm with a young person, I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me see them. It's important for them to know that this person who's so famous and has this platform thinks that they are beautiful and smart and kind and good.
Yeah, it's what I was saying earlier, that everybody just wants to know that you hear me.
Yes.
And that you see me. Yeah. What's the best advice do you think you've given your daughters?
Oh gosh, I give them so much advice. They're so sick of me. You know, now that they're in college, I have these texting. Did I tell you to remember little things like, you are eating some green things, aren't you?
But what is the thing that over the years was a running theme in your house that you said over and over?
You know, what I tell them is what I continue to tell themselves, is that they have to walk their own walk. You know, they cannot define themselves by looking at each other or looking at me or their dad. They have to take the time to get to know themselves, give themselves a moment to figure out who they want to be in the world, not who they think I want them to be, not what the rest of the world says about them, but to really think about how they want to shape their lives and how they want to move in this world. So I don't want them measuring themselves by external influences. And for young girls, that is hard to do.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
That is a very hard thing to do. And everybody should understand that as a responsibility. It's Instagram culture. It drives me crazy.
It was hard with just cable TV when you're watching all the images in music videos. It's, I don't know, exponentially difficult with social media when you're comparing yourself to everybody on social media.
So I constantly have to remind them that they have to live in their own skin. And that takes time too. And I try to make sure they understand that unfolding of understanding who you are, it is a journey of becoming. You don't know it all in your 20s.
No, you don't. You just start to know something, right? How did y'all do that in the White House where you have access to everything and everybody in the world? I think it's difficult for people, no matter where you are in your trajectory. You want to have a better life than your parents. You want your children to live comfortably. Everybody does. But how do you not spoil children when they have access to everything?
It was easy for us, you know, because we don't think they deserve it, you know, and it's how it wasn't a difficult thing to do, you know, not the way me and Barack were raised. I mean, first of all, you got to have a mate that shares your values. So it starts way back to who you pick. You got to have a good picker, because if you all don't come to parenting with the same kind of values and understanding that stuff isn't parenting, giving kids things is not parenting. It is a verb. It is an active, engaging thing, and that means you got to know who your kids are, and each one of them are different, right? So you can't just apply the same principles to the first one that you did to the second one, because they come here totally different. So we didn't just show up in the White House, you know. I'm Michelle from the south side of Chicago. I grew up in a little bitty house I got nice clothes and jewelry now, but my mother made my clothes, you know. I mean, we were raised with that's enough. You know, you be grateful for what you have. You don't look at the next thing. You be happy with what you have. And that's how we work in the White House. That didn't change because we moved to a different house. You know, the house didn't define us. It's the values that defined us.
Amen.
So
Amen.
for us,